you. Why are you standing there in plain sight? You need to hide. This place is not safe for the likes of you, especially after dark. Ah, I can see by your confused expression that you do not fully comprehend the danger you are in. Perhaps you thought to enter here and find some amusement. But you picked a poor night to come visiting, my friends. It was a night just like this that it happened. The man who lived here went stark raving mad. They say he dispatched his entire family. Sometimes you can still hear the faint echo of their screams in the dark. His spirit now haunts this place, looking for others to dispatch. He's out there, watching you from the shadows, creeping ever closer. Come here, you can hide with me. I'll keep you safe and sound. It was a night just like this that it happened. The man who lived here went stark raving mad. They say he dispatched his entire family. Sometimes you can still hear the faint echo of their screams in the dark. His spirit now haunts this place, looking for others to dispatch. He's out there, watching you from the shadows, creeping ever closer. Come here. You can hide with me. I'll keep you safe and sound.
All right, everybody, dice are working. We seem ready to rock and roll. You gotta love new OBS updates, but hey, we solved it with one quick reboot. I hope everyone is ready for tonight's show. There is one new golden card, and then I will be adding another one here during the intro part. So give me like 1 minute here, and we will kick this off with a little recap from last episode. You know, the one where everything went sideways. What is up, everybody? We had a hell of an end of a show last week. If no one remembers, Allie's character Georgia just had her entire head bit off and replaced with a skull. And my party didn't know that yet. Let's go to the intro. Bats! I think you have to yell that. I think it's a requirement. Hi, Georgia.
Hello.
Are you ready for this and your decision?
I updated my character sheet, so I hope so.
Okay. Updated away. With the new long kind of bark and brambled hair, as its mouth pulls back, there's a flash of light as the inside of its lantern dies out. Behind, Regdur would see his sister. Her skin from her face is missing, all the way down to like almost the collarbones. It is just a skull now with bark-like hair replacing her hair she had before. Her voice is there, but as the jaw moves, it is hollow, almost sounding like it's coming from inside of something. Like maybe inside the hollow space that's there. The weirdest thing of all of it, though, is her eyes are still intact. Inside of the skull, there is a candlelight burning that you can see behind the eyes. It wouldn't be an Ethauntia show if Allie didn't decide to randomly take the worst possible dilemma every single time. So, Every time, in the words of Drew, comma, every time. Or I should say Chat Daniels.
I really just need to roll smarter characters.
I mean, look, maybe once play something with a high int, I guess. I don't know. I don't.
Just
Don't you
once
have a high
play
wisdom,
lawful
though?
evil.
Don't you have a high wisdom?
Yeah,
It doesn't seem like it.
not fair.
Not fair. No. She's like, I'm just going to lower that down. But with that said, you did get some new abilities. We'll get into that as we kind of go through on the show. We won't talk about it too much. We don't want that. But as Dracoth fades into the shadow, you can see everybody else around you. And now the entire crowd, if you remember, everyone from the outpost is out front crowded. The moths have just come back in after eating the tides that have kind of stained the grass. They've eaten the grass away. And everyone is staring at her now. Because nobody saw Dracoth besides you and your brother.
Fair.
So, is there anything you want to do before I come back to the party, minus one Maria as she's trying to fix things?
I think Georgia is just going to kind of reach up to the, like, and just, because, like, she doesn't know what happens, but I'm sure it felt weird.
It feels like that thick oak bark.
Can I recognize what's happened? Can I roll
It would be a myth and legends for this.
Okay. Cool.
If you're not a
Let's
druid, it's at a
see.
bane. If any of the cast that can see her right now wants to roll.
Cool. All right.
I mean, you can see it. So what'd you get?
Okay, I rolled a 10 over 12.
So 10 under 12, you mean?
Yeah. that
Okay.
one.
You know that it is possible for strong guardians or creatures of the groves to bestow magic upon followers. Not just the spells you cast that you get from your circle and your training, but more supernatural-esque ones. And you usually take on an image of whatever did it. Kind of like a representation of that powerful creature or thing of myth. In this case, Dracoth is technically the guardian for part of the Circle of Oak, or sorry, Circle of Pine. You're guessing as long as he's alive, so are you.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
If he was to die, if his grove was to be destroyed, or the ley lines around it were to be tattered and ripped, you would also become undone.
Okay. And how far are we from his grove?
You know now when you close your eyes, the light kind of, or I shouldn't close your eyes, fire probably envelops them for a second. You're roughly about 30 miles from it.
Serving hands played this card.
Mostly because you're climbing up and down to get there.
I feel like that is going to make Georgia want even more to get rid of this.
Well,
grove.
some people make decisions that aren't the best. And so Maria's trying to get back in. We'll see what happens here. She's pinging us. She says, Windows, blue screen of death to her. I believe in you, Maria. I believe in you. We'll get you back. We'll get you back. She's sleeping under a table right now anyway, right?
Sure.
She's drunkenly in
Correct.
the billiard room, sleeping as everybody is standing out front. Out front, everyone has stopped looking at the insanity of this forest of ashen trees burnt on the inside of the circle. They've stopped staring at it. Instead, they all turned their gaze on what was once a female dwarf standing on the porch. Now nothing more than a skull on top of her body. I mean, almost Ghost Rider-esque, but the just fire
Or
inside.
Skeletor.
Or Skeletor, but, less evil. At least I think. Rector! I mean, I feel like I have to ask you if you're going to do anything, because right now, your sister and Burke are showing back up with paintings, like walking through the hall, through the front of the house to come out to the deck with everybody. But this has happened, and no one saw Dracoth besides you two.
What? Did Georgia? You still there?
She turns to her brother and is gonna nod as she's still kind of like feeling the bark skull action going on.
Georgia, I need you to say something for me, please.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Hopefully this is not permanent. Because
Okay. You can talk about that when we talk about your fingernails.
yeah, these wouldn't. Well, you know what? You didn't want to get married anyway. It's fine. All right. It's
Oh, you're saying she's got to have a face to get married? That's kind of limiting.
Claybell goes,
helps.
when she walks in toward Burke, looks at Burke and goes, no, man. Yeah, you have to have a face to get married unless... No one marries skulls. That's not a normal thing. I don't care where you live. It's not normal.
Look, my physical appearance is really not that pressing right now as she's
You're right.
trying
It's
to...
not. It's done. Whatever you did, again, is done. There's no going back now, apparently.
Claybell's
It's
setting down
gonna-
her pack. She pulls
point
out a
and jumps
mirror and holds up a mirror.
Do
I
I
don't
need
know
to
what's
roll a save
permanent.
for this?
You sure
She's been a
do.
Okay.
You need to give me a will roll.
Okay.
Willpower.
Figured.
Wisdom. Willpower. I'll get all the stats down eventually. I'm gonna have to write it at
Start
the top of your
streaming
sheet.
like Major Tom from Venture Brothers.
Oh God.
11 under 18.
Okay, you're fine. You're not scared of your own visage.
Fine.
Georgia's just gonna kind of shake her head a little bit and say, "Look, this is the price that I had to pay. I wasn't doing much with my face, anyways. Okay, we'll figure this out later. Right now, I want to
Not
deal
doing
with
much with
that."
it now
as
either.
Playbell goes, I'm gonna tell you this, but it's gonna spread.
What do you mean it's gonna spread?
It's gonna spread. It's not gonna stay like that. It's gonna continue.
Deal with this later. Right now, did you all see Tilly anywhere?
No, everybody's been pretty much looking at you.
She's gonna say not them as I gesture to the hunters, but I'm gonna turn to Burke and just say, "Did you see any sign of her in there?"
No.
In the house,
No.
you mean? In the
Mhm.
lodge. So they weren't downstairs with the paintings at all or anything.
No.
All right. Well,
His head.
that's that mystery solved, or at least answered. Question, whatever. I don't know what day it is anymore. Let's think about something else, or grow up about something else. What's next? Because I'm completely out of sorts here.
Well, I was gonna. Claybell goes, I'm gonna be. Burke and I found a painting of the creature.
Oh, great.
Yeah, you brought him back. He said from some home.
It was a
House.
house. Yeah, it was a house.
She sets
Wouldn't
down a
necessarily
picture of.
Call it a home.
Sets down a picture of the creature. I'll pull it up on screen for the audience again, since we haven't been gone for a week, and just in case people want to see this lovely boy. Right? He's lovely, right? I'll also throw him in
He's
chat
something.
for the. There you go. What kind of home was this? Actually, hold on. I should explain while I'm here before we go diving into whatever the fuck that is. Right?
Explain what?
Well, look, I know you all have thought I was after you, and you fought against some of my compatriots that were... Some were mine, some were not. I was trying to get them under control. I'm going to make this as simple as I can. My job is to keep the undead from roaming. I gathered all the ones from the airship that crashed out front of your outpost and brought them to the nearest temple to reclaim it in hopes to fix this problem. In the middle of reclaiming it, you and your entire group fucking hunted me down.
Well, we were on a list, apparently, when we got there, so it was
Of course you
pretty
are.
easy to get in.
You're on a list to not be harmed or touched.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't really following that too well now, were they?
Look, I had the
That
line out
bitch.
front. I was getting people to take care of the avatar, this creature of filth. But I'm not capable of doing it. I was going to get more people to help. I was bringing some of the undead back to handle it, since the creature of filth cannot eat undead.
Well, that makes sense, I guess. Because apparently they were just going 100 at a time.
It's not us that was going in. That was his followers. They're not the same. I don't have a mark. She holds her hands up. She's got one that's a little thinner than the other one. The other one's kind of a meaty dwarven paw. But her other one, it's gloved, and some people upstairs saw that the wrist bones and stuff were showing, and it was not flesh.
We saw it because her fingers got cut the fuck off.
The
in
ones that were
doorway.
upstairs. Not everyone, Maria wasn't there. Burke was down the hall. Everyone may not have seen it.
Right, but isn't she like this now?
No, they're back.
Oh, good.
Now the glove is torn up, and there's just bone tips.
Right.
So, Claybell, is it safe to assume we have a similar condition then?
Not at all.
I was gonna say probably not.
No. This is through the blessings I was given to be able to handle and deal with undead. I need a part of me that can touch them without gaining any of their afflictions.
Well,
Cool.
since you've
Granted,
got knowledge on
I'm not fucking
subjects-
happy with either one of you. Mostly you, pointing at her sister. But I don't hate you. I just don't appreciate how I was fucking left.
I didn't do the
understand.
leaving.
You and I are not talking right now. I'm talking to her. You left me
Told
high
you
and
why
dry.
I went.
Yeah, well, and now you apparently have a kid? No contact, no nothing. High and dry. So we're gonna solve whatever the hell this is out here. I'm gonna finish getting the undead. Unfortunately, the ones I came back for underneath this fucking grove.
I guess that means for now we're going to have to work together.
I
I would like for that to be a more permanent situation, but I understand. if you-
we'll see about that. Regder, your sister's got about a couple days. I'm just gonna give you the heads up. Your other companions obviously can hear, but I'm giving you a warning. Days until this takes over the rest.
Great. So what is that supposed to mean then?
I don't know. I need to study her and make contact, but we have more pressing matters. It would take me
Right.
half a day to figure out what's going on with her, maybe a little less.
Right. Well, when we have time, I've got a little problem of my own that we could talk about, if you're willing.
Jesus fucking Christ. This entire fucking family's his problems.
Well, we're all marked, apparently. You, her, me.
But yeah, we're sought after. Mine was choice.
Uh,
I'm gonna go check on Maria.
Mine was
She's
not.
just sleeping under. Actually, I don't know where she is until Maria comes back
I
from
just-
her blue screen of death.
It's kind of what don't want to be standing here while this family is arguing.
And I will say, everyone's staring. They haven't left. This is like one step from World Star.
Okay.
Look, we're all marked because there's only about 200 of us left in the world. Everybody wants us. We're special. We survived.
Apparently. Also, have you heard about the call from Holdenar?
I do know. I've been there.
Apparently, they're picking up and going soon.
Yeah, that is the general message that they think they can find some kingdom, old dwarven underground road. But I have no intentions of going back underground. I've seen that. I've cleaned enough undead out of these plateaus. I don't want anything to do with that.
Right.
For what it's worth, respect the work you're doing.
Oh, okay. This time. That's great.
George is trying.
I know. She is not.
Yeah.
Well,
Yep.
so, Dwarven Pact, we set this aside for now. Talk about it over ale later. Is that fair? Can we do that?
Sounds fair.
No stabbing me in the back, no leaving me at an altar, none of the other stupid decisions. And she, like, kind of circles her face in the air.
I would just like to say that I will do my best not to make any.
You waving your hand with
Joe.
pointed fingernails right now? Is that what you...
No, it's my left hand.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure.
Also, this was not a choice.
I mean, you could have made your
That's what
save.
sets you aside from the two of us. This was, in a way, a choice. Just defended myself a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Claybell's like, over beer, do it over ale, not discussing it here, do it over ale, not discussing it here. And she turns around, walks in the house, and sets the painting down between the two of you. Says, this is the creature. Now the creature isn't sitting prone anymore, like the silhouette that was left behind. It's standing. Its back's to the viewer of the painting. But it's just like a black and red, like, silhouette.
Is the silhouette black and red?
Yes.
Or
The painting is still the forest that's out in front. She's going to walk by Burke and go, get any gear you got. Fire, anything you can find in the house. I'm going to go to the kitchen. I'm going to get us some water. I'm going to bless this shit in case there's more undead. Give me like 15 minutes, she says. And she walks into the kitchen. You start hearing her moving pots and pans around. This would be a good time that if the group wants to take a stretch to gather stuff from the outpost to bring. We do have access to a lot of things. And we
I'm
did buy
going
potions
to-
last episode too.
yes. Well, we bought, I think,
Four
four,
of them.
and I used one.
Yep.
Because I was at half health.
Three left. And they can be combined with medical cards, so you can always use those to heal as well.
I'm going to. I'll go over to Maria's sleeping body and retrieve the cold iron spike that I handed her.
Sure, right, yeah.
Beginning of
I'll
all
say
this.
it's like it's on a table or a shelf, you know, where you put your like a little table where you guys put all your extra gear that you borrow, like in the armory. You can grab it from there.
I'm gonna put that in the lantern. I'm gonna swap it out.
Okay, so you hot swap that. All right. Anybody else doing anything inside of the manor or inside the outpost?
I think that quick question. Where's the curator during all of this?
You mean the moth speaker? Speaker that person?
No, the curator from the house that we brought out.
Curator from the house. Well, that's a very good question. I don't think he's come up front.
Okay.
I think he's probably still in his workstation. I was like, who are you talking about right now? The curator? No, he is still somewhere else in the house. He has not come forward. Very good question.
Okay. I think that Georgia would want to look for him and Tilly as well in the house.
And Tilly. I will tell you that when you go through the place in the basement where the Mare had set up her place, like her little residence while she was here. They are down there right now drawing runes on the walls and on that circle table that's in the middle. Remember, it's hollow in the center, so they could summon that doorway. They are currently like drawing runes in chalk. Both your kid and the curator.
Okay. This sounds about right. Yeah, Georgia is going to go up to them and just kind of like, you can see that she's holding back from Tilly a little bit, but relief washes
Rightfully
over her,
so.
seeing her down there.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. And she's gonna just say, look, I don't know exactly why at this point. And she's gonna turn to the curator and say but the portrait that was brought back of the Faun Prince, well, he's out of it right now. That being said, Tilly, I implore you, for your own safety, please do not leave this room until me or your uncle, or I don't know if I'd call them like Uncle Burke and Aunt Maria.
When you come down the stair and you start rattling off all this stuff, they are both just hard staring at you.
Oh. That's gonna take some getting used to.
What in the fuck? Mom.
Look,
Oh, she calls him mom.
I've been
It's been
blessed
months.
by Drathok.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I need to make a check. You did what? Your daughter does? Curator, like, still with the smoke in her hand, puts her hand on your daughter's shoulder and goes, It's okay. We can talk through this. Obviously, this is just a representation of power, like the mask I wear, right? And she goes over and like goes to like touch your face. And it doesn't move. It is not a representation. It is not a mask. What the fuck did you do, darling?
Look, the Faun Prince is here, and the only thing I could really
The
think of,
what?
nobody brought up a better. Yes, the Faun Prince from the portrait. He is here.
I painted that
Called
picture
upon Drathok.
over 1,500 years ago. Why in the world is it here and out? We brought the paintings so that this could not be manifested by the house. That's the whole reason we took the paintings.
I have no idea. I do not know what exactly is happening, but there's an ash grove.
Poke my head down.
outside.
Something about the skull we found.
Look, the curator says, I'm assuming she's abreast on some of this. Would you have told her about the skull since it's been months since the house is shattered? Would she have
feel
access or know about it?
I feel like at some point she would have gotten like a tour of the house.
Okay. I mean,
Seen it pretty.
You had
it's
it in
not
the
like we're
workshop.
hiding it. Yeah.
I don't understand what those two things together are, other than I think it's probably an object of power that's the focal point for the Faun Prince. But again, he has been painted into the picture. It is permanent. You can only go in to see him. He cannot come out. That's how all of these paintings work.
Well, then something's broken, and I think our best shot.
Obviously,
fixing it
your
is to-
your daughter goes and just waves over you. A lot of things are broken right now. What the fuck? Why would you have listened to him? Look at me. I'm a representation of working for that creature. Why in the fuck would you think this is okay?
It's part of our grove.
No!
I felt
no,
like it
it's
was-
not! It's not smart. It's the opposite end of our grove. It is not the good part of it. It is everything that is bad. He fucking consumes children. And you thought, smart choice?
Yes, but they were all bad.
Mom! God damn it! The keepers wouldn't... Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right, we'll get this fixed. We can fix this. She looks at the curator. The curator goes, I don't think this is a thing we fix.
Right
You can
now, what you
paint
can
her
do
a new
is stay
head.
safe.
I
That's
was
actually not a
down
bad idea.
here
Wait a second.
trying to make a room that we could, if things from the house showed up, we could keep them here safely. That is what we're working
How
on.
How quickly do you think that can be done?
What, making this area safe, the curator says? I mean, we're still working. We have days of work left.
Erik, I think looking around the room with all of these runes they're carving, would any runes in particular stand out to me?
Right now, it looks like they're basically drawing in chalk so they can go back and make them permanent afterwards. None of them stand out. They're more... Yeah, you're fucking Tracer. They're more of glyphs and... pieces that allow them to tie ley lines to here. Without a roll. You just know they look like anchor points, and you've seen similar things to them on trees.
Okay. I think that Georgia is going to walk to the curator and go, look, this sounds a little odd, but I find this rather compelling. Can you do one of those for me?
Do what?
And I'm going to point to the glyphs.
Do what? Do it where? They're not movable. They have to stay stationary.
Exactly. Can you inscribe one on me?
That's not stationary, darling. You walk, you have legs.
Can I spend 3 willpower points?
To do what?
I'd like to use my ability Rune Weaver.
Okay. And would you like to tell the audience what that does?
Absolutely. I can inscribe magical runes on my bones, granting a boon to spellcasting for a shift.
I mean, I could paint it. Yeah, give me 10, 15 minutes. Sit down, I guess. Do you have a color in mind? And she like goes and grabs her paint set.
Any color's fine.
All right.
Orange?
We'll go. Sure, orange it is. And she grabs it. And she like looks to your daughter once and looks back. Daughter's like, I'm over this. She goes back to like drawing glyphs. Mom, we will fix this later. This has to be finished. Obviously, even more so now. Why was everyone screaming upstairs? We heard some yelling. We thought it was just the party. And they have like wine down here. Like they've been drinking as well, but not like heavily drinking.
That was the Faun Prince. There was a little fire scare, but it's fixed now. Oh, and also, we probably want to hurry as much as we can because apparently the tides are coming.
Oh, the curator's like, the what?
The dark tides.
I'm not aware of what that is. That like a storm?
In a way, imagine if a storm was absolutely horrible and terrible things were hiding in it, and then it made you very, very sick with an incurable illness.
Everything but that last part sounds like a normal storm. I mean, that's... Is this world not have storms anymore? Flashback to the ether storm.
Not a traditional, yeah.
Well then, let's get you painted. And the camera will kind of cut away as she's sitting to start drawing on your face and painting the glyph so you can have it for the day. Is there anything that Regder or Bert are doing?
Bert, you go ahead.
Well,
actually,
I'm going to...
So I'll say what I was doing just so we're not doing the same thing.
Oh.
Okay. So I swapped out the cold iron spike. We've got the 3 healing potions. I go to the infirmary.
Okay.
I know that the outpost. So the weapons corridor allows us to grab a weapon rank of common.
Yep.
Does that kind of work for everything? Because I wanted to go to the infirmary and grab some bandages, which are common.
It has to be a weapon.
Have them to help.
Has to be a weapon.
No, the infirmary.
Oh, infirmary, yeah. The infirmary would have bandages. I would say you can have some to take with you. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a stack of those. Yeah,
I think it's
a stack of those.
3 to a stack if I remember correctly.
It's 10.
Oh, it's 10? Oh, nice. Even better.
Because it's fucking gauze.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm gonna grab those, and that's all I had gotten to. I was gonna
Is there any other weapons you want to bring with you?
So I was thinking about taking a long spear just so I had something with reach that I could actually like pin something with if I needed to.
So you can carry 3 weapons, and they don't count against your carrying capacity. You can still carry another.
3.
Right. But you can carry another weapon. It just takes an inventory slot. That's all it is.
Right. Yeah. I think I'm gonna grab. Yeah, I'll grab a long spear just so if we need to like pin something.
Reach. Yeah, and its
Yep.
abilities. Yeah, absolutely. I don't blame you. So as you're going through gathering things and getting things, you do see your Claybell walk by. She walks up to you and she hands you a wine bottle, but it's not. There's no wine.
Okay.
I made one for each of us. It's a better version of the True Faith's holy water, but from my keeper instead. It allows you to disrupt undead if it is immaterial or material. Just throw it at it. I tried to grab the weakest wine bottles I could find.
So it's just
Toss
like
it.
a thrown thing. Then
Just
can
throw
I
the whole
put it on a
bottle.
weapon or anything?
Just throw
Okay.
the whole bottle. I mean, you could
All
code
right.
a weapon, but it would probably only work for one.
All right.
I got one for everybody. It's just you, our sister, Burke, and anyone else.
Can she use it? I don't.
Well, I
know
wouldn't
what's
recommend she
going on.
fucking drinks it.
Oh, that's.
Of course, we
probably
should. She grabs the bottle. She pulls out chalk. Don't
drink. Hey, there you go.
Anyone
For
else?
what it's worth. For what it's worth, it's really good to see you.
This is not how I wanted this to be. I intended to come back and give you a warning.
Oh.
I brought some family heirlooms I found.
Oh, wait! While you're here, come here. I take her into my room.
Okay.
I'm like, "Do you have any idea what this is?" And he holds up the sword.
Do
The
you
broken boy.
unwrap it and kind of show
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
I mean, audience, give me 2d20. This is with a Bane, so she's going to have to take the highest of the 2 rolls. And this is just a cursory glance, not like taking 10 minutes, looking over it in a library, getting bonuses. Just a quick look to see what she can get.
Like, I know it's dwarven. I'm guessing it has to do with some type of fire thing, but I haven't had any time to look it up.
Well, let me take a look. And she kind of looks over this odd, broken sword. Now, you don't have the pieces, and she goes, you don't have any idea what this is. No information at all.
I found it in the tower
Oh no, did it
that
quit again?
fell off. Damn it.
That's all right. I'll roll then.
I found it in the tower that fell off of where you were holed up when we were trying to escape.
Yeah, at the temple.
Well,
We didn't get into it, but I kept the temple out of the knowledge of our family. But it's an old dwarven temple to a keeper, originally. It also had one of the access points to the old road, the highway that these dwarves are looking for.
ooh,
It was a waypoint.
all right then.
That weapon, though, that's our family's. At least I believe it to be. It's either us or the Iron Peaks, but the blade is a weapon of power. It's not. You need to be a blood to use it properly, or God only knows what happens. But we need the
Well, I
rest of the pieces. Do you have it all? Is it just the scabbard in the little bit? That's it?
Hey, that's it. Wait, I thought there were broken pieces in the scabbard.
There are broken pieces in the scabbard.
Oh, is that? Yeah, no, there's more in there. Wait, no. Well, I mean, technically, what part of the Iron Peak clan?
We need a forger. We need a master blacksmith or something along those lines. But that is not for now.
No. I was just curious. And he'll wrap it back up and put it back on the shelf. It's like, just a quick cursory glance, as it were.
I think that you should lock that away better than you did the skull. And she turns and starts walking down the stairs. Burke, anything for you?
Well, I was going to grab a couple of drinks from our new tavern.
Okay.
Kind of fortify some of our party. Maria seems to have had
Too
enough.
many. Maria, by the way, everybody, had a blue screen of death and her computer will not turn back on. So we are, without Maria tonight, going into combat.
So I think I'm going to... I'm not sure Georgia can drink anymore. So I'm not going to, like, make it awkward. I'm going to go over to Regular and be like, hey, listen, we haven't had much of a chance to party here. And I know there really wasn't much to celebrate. But just going to tip one back with you before we go.
Oh, all right.
I'm going to have you have a drink and I'll have a drink if you want to join me.
And what is that? This is one of the new upgrades, isn't it?
Yeah, we have a local tavern, quote unquote.
Yep.
And right now we have up to 2 people each day can buy some drinks and gain temporary hit points.
Oh, yeah.
And it is a D10 per person.
A D10?
Yeah, that's what it says on the sheet. D10.
I must have been drunk when I wrote that.
Well, it's pretty swingy. It's a pretty swingy die. It could be 1, you know. But so I would say have the folks in the chat roll a D10 for each of us.
It's not rolling. You guys have to roll. Our roller broke again. It's on us to roll. Yeah, I know. I don't know what's going on.
All right. I'm gonna roll an alchemy for me.
It hates us. It really hates us.
Yeah, I don't know if she can drink either. I guess I'll take it.
I mean, it's feasible. You don't know.
Oh,
Ooh.
Are you guys rolling
Nice.
well? Oh, yeah, look at that. 9 for Burke. I don't know what's going on, Streamloot bot. Let me try this.
Georgia, how many hit points do you have?
George has 4 hit points, you said? All right. Let me bring us back.
That's your
here.
max?
That's what I'm at right now. I think I have a total of 10. 10.
Well, you have been liking to go bear, so I guess if you can drink it, I'll let you drink it then, because I'm hopefully going to stay arranged.
Could I roll a
Like I said,
myths and legends to see if I know if I can drink it?
No. No. Yeah, there's no way you would know that detail. There's no fucking way.
Okay. I will take a small sip.
It dribbles out a part of your face. It does go down. It is temporary hit points, so you can get it. It's not healing.
Sweet. Alrighty. D10, you say?
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I'll
what's
take an 8.
causing this.
I will take 8.
All right. Yeah, everything else is working. Streamloot is pumping out all of its stuff, but it just it's not doing anything else. I sent a message in already, so we'll see what happens. Maybe it's down. That would be our luck, right? But that's okay. So as you guys gather all your pieces, gather everything up, Maria is nowhere to be found. She probably crawled upstairs to sleep. Everything else works, Kelly, just not the dice. Everything else works. I don't understand. It's lame. It's lame. Kelly, if it does get back up, jump in since you're watching. We'll assume you are prepping and doing things like sleeping. Oh no, 10 packs to the audience. Oh no, Kelly. No, don't help. No, don't help them. So with everything gathered up over the course of I'll say a stretch, about 15 minutes of time, getting everything together. Claybell comes downstairs to the group and says, well, here's the deal. I'm gonna go with you, but if we go into this place and there's undead, I'm gonna ask you not to kill them.
The hell'd you give us this for then? He holds up the bottle.
Look, if you get attacked, that's different. I'm just saying, don't strike first. Give me a moment. Give me a chance. All right.
Oh, yeah, all right.
There is a chance that I can control them and send them back towards the temple that you guys collapsed, which I need to now rebuild.
That wasn't. Wait. No, that was.
No, wait, 100%. There was fucking dynamite. And my other question is, where's the other fucking dwarf?
The other dwarf. You're the other dwarf.
Wilcuff.
Oh, Wilcuff, right.
Haven't seen him.
Cuff's what you call a free spirit. He does what he wants.
Oh, a criminal.
I wouldn't call him a criminal. I mean, has he ever been caught?
Little.
All right. Well, he's a
I don't like it when you
clanless,
put it
right?
that way.
Clanless, correct? Has no clan.
Hey,
All right. Is he coming with?
probably. If he's around, we'd like him to come. Wilcuff.
Are you gonna yell for him?
Yeah.
You don't get anything back. You hear nothing.
I would like to check the room where any explosives would be.
I mean, I'm assuming where probably in the armory is where he would keep any of the explosives. Not in there. Explosives are still there. He's just not there.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Any notes?
No notes anywhere either. He was at the party. He did come back with you. He was at the party. You haven't seen him since like the beginning of it. Maybe a little into it.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody else, like even if you take the time, like take 15 minutes to a head count, nobody is missing but him. Flujack goes, well, she's like all buttoned up and she's kind of got her armor on now. And she's got her jacket on. She goes, am I coming with you? Do you need more support? Or do you want me to stay with all these people, I guess? She kind of like looks around.
I think someone here should be keeping an eye on everyone.
All right, then. Raise your hand if you know how to shoot whatever those things are that you're holding. And she like points to people holding guns and stuff like that because they're new to her. She goes, all of you,
Oh,
you had shot some shotguns and stuff like that, but like there's a person here with a revolver rifle now. There's like, she thinks they're guns?
someone there with a Gatling gun.
Yeah,
someone
right.
Here with a
Everybody with
javelin.
everyone with a
missile
gun,
launcher.
everyone with a firearm, follow me. The rest of you, out front, like drag everything that we have from the barn. I want to fence up around this place now. And everyone like looks at her, she goes, come on. People scatter. Start grabbing things to protect the place. We'll do our best to keep it safe. If it comes out of the forest, we're gunning it down. She goes, besides the undead, if you see undead and they don't come towards you, leave them. Just fucking leave them. Sending them back to a temple. As long as they don't come towards the building, there'll be no shots fired on anything. If they come towards the outpost, it's all in.
Just make sure it's not us.
Obviously, people who the fuck you are.
I mean, I say that, but fucking shit. And I point to Georgia,
Oh.
who now has a skull for a head.
Everybody wait before you leave. Don't shoot her. She looks different.
Thank you.
We'll figure it out later. She'll side eyes at Burke and goes, your friends are fucking weird. And starts heading in with the group to get everyone armed and ready to fight if it's needed. So, okay, now you have protection from the place, which I was going to have the audience roll this stuff, but our dice suck tonight. Is there anything else anybody has questions on? Anything else they want to do before going in? Maria, without Maria?
Kelly.
Right?
Yeah, that's great. Whatever.
All right.
Nothing bad could happen. We'll be fine.
It says that Stream Elements is having problem with their chat commands right now.
Okay.
Great.
All right, so at least we know. Yeah, just keep trying, Star Drew. Eventually it's got to work, right? Right?
We request they not do that on a Tuesday. You know, unforeseen failure.
I don't know.
Schedule your unforeseen failure for another night.
I don't make these fucking rules, man. I don't know what's going on. It ain't us, says me, because half of them work and the other half aren't. That's the wild part. That is the wild part. And I'm double checking it. It's activated. Everything's attached. All that kind of stuff. There's no reason for it not to be working. Bot's intact. Commands are intact. The bot is here. I can see it in the chat log because it talks to us. I don't know what's going on. It hates us. It fucking hates us. All right. Well, with that said, gathering everything up, everyone gets one bottle of Blessed Water. The Blessed Water does 2d6 to undead. It's an improved version of it. Immaterial or material. Doesn't matter what it is. So everyone has it. You do not see Willcuff anywhere. Just missing. There we go. Yay, it's working again. You fucking pricks. And then the rest of the people are going to defend the place. You have currently, I'm looking at notes here, about 25 hunters here. So you got a lot of people who are armed. They can get shit done. And then we have Flujack staying here. And then the Moth Speaker. The Moth Speaker will give you a... it looks like a kind of like a caged lantern. Someone can carry it. It does take an item slot. But if you let them loose, it will push away tides that are equal to 1 Bane in a 6-meter radius. But it is a 1-use item. Basically, the moths consume it and die.
Are we able to bring Medi with us?
That's up to you. It's up to you if you want to bring a goat into a forest that is a grove for the Circle of Ash.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, it survived so much.
Yeah, no, he's gonna stay safe here.
All right. With that, we're going to head in. So I'm going to turn off the map for the audience for a second so I can adjust and add you all into it, because this is not the one we'll be at the start. We'll be in this map. It is a very large map. You should see your characters on the south end of it, if I remember correctly. Oh, that's the entrance where we're coming in. You guys see them all the way down there in the south? All the way down. You use scroll wheel zoom all the way the fuck out. You'll see little dots in the lower left-hand corner. Yeah? Good? If not, turn on. Yeah, it's a fucking ginormous map, man. I said forest.
No. The fire is huge.
It is huge. It sure fucking is. So, I'll turn it back on for the audience so they can see what it is as well. So down in the south area where we're coming in, well, actually for you guys, it would be, yeah, the north side of the forest, because we're underneath the cliff, underneath the plateau. When you're coming in through this section, this place is covered in cobwebs. I'm going to give you some information that is, no rolls are required. Obviously, cobwebs are usually thin enough to walk through. These are with some effort. No rolls required, but they do impede movement. You can cut them down. After a while, they build up on whatever weapon you're using. You kind of got to pull them off. Like, they are thick and sticky strands. Like, closer to what Spider-Man would put out, less of what a normal spider would put out. They are
Can
heavy.
we torch them?
They may be burnable. That's up to you if you want to do that inside the forest. Because every tree has webs going between it. The pathway you're on, there's still webs, even at ground level. But you can cut your way through. So that's the first thing I want to tell you about. In this place, there is this scent of sandalwood and hot tar, like recently blacktopped, like driveway. The inside edge of every tree, pointing to the center of this place, is burnt. And a lot of the bark has fallen off on the ground. Like when trees burn, a lot of times the bark separates from the trees as the sap bubbles inside of them. The second thing you notice is when anytime you're near the webbing, there are large spiders in the tree. I would say like almost human sized. They do not come down. You do see eyes here and there throughout. And the webs have a distinct smell of licorice. Like anise. Or anise, depending on who you are saying it. And it is pungent. Other than that, it's dark. Is it possible what?
Is it possible to roll a beast lore to see if that scent signifies anything about the spiders that created the webs?
They are from the Never. You are not. You can do it with a bait. Now, with that said, though, hold on here. We do have a new card. The new Never Never card is in effect. Let me see if anyone has played any so far. Anyone get a Never Never? No Never Nevers yet. Damn. All right. Other than that, yeah, you can make a roll. There is a cryptozoologist you can play to get a boon versus creatures, but it does move the clock. Most things will move clocks in this.
That's fair.
It'll at least wash it out,
I'll roll
though.
straight.
You sure?
I'll roll yeah.
All right.
For beast lore, yeah. We'll risk it for the biscuit.
All right.
Woo! Woof. Okay, that was close. That met with a 17.
Oh, there's a Never Never.
And the
from serving.
second is a 6 under 17.
So you made it.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, the licorice does mean something. They carry a very pungent poison that swells the joints and immobilizes people in a matter of just seconds. What's different about them is their web buildup over a while will do it as well if you're wounded.
Okay. George is going to turn to the rest of the group and go, don't let them touch you. And these webs could potentially be very dangerous. It's best to avoid making contact with them as well.
The fuck are you talking about? They're everywhere. The floor is covered with them. We fall down. We touch them.
You're wearing gloves. Don't let it get on your bare skin.
Mostly you're guessing wounds.
Oh.
Right,
wounds.
because that's going to be...
Because it gets in your blood.
Stop.
Now, with that said, is anyone wounded right now?
Yeah, everybody. All the
No.
time. No, you're not.
All the time. I was at half hit points when he just fucking walked by. So I used one of those healing potions.
With that said, it's the start of a new show. Would anyone like some emotional healing when you enter this forest?
Yes, please.
Okay. All right. How many emotional healings do you need?
How many do we have in play?
A lot.
A lot?
It's a
Okay,
common
cool.
card, but they only
I'll
give you
take-
1 hit point.
Can I take 6?
Yeah, absolutely. You want 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Alright.
6. These are Star Drew, Allie paying it forward, KJ saving her party even though she's not here, and Star Drew.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
And remember, we haven't rested yet,
6.
so you can't fucking use your rest ability either to heal yourself. So this is cards and potions.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, Callie comes back though. Her character will be rested, so she can use it. she slept through the night.
It's true. She did. I would like to use some
How
as
many
well,
you need?
please, because I'm down 6. So
3, 4,
grab some more.
4, 5, 6. This is serving Star Drew, Anna, and that's 6. Healing more. So I'm just laying down
Feeling
cards
a
right
little
now.
better.
Okay. Anybody else?
So, don't
No,
let him touch
I'm
your
good.
You're
I'm
good?
full.
All right.
Yeah.
As you heal up, kind of take a breath, looking through the place. The spiders follow slowly in the trees, but they don't climb down. We had a few crypto cards played. We have this important. We have 2 cryptozoologists played from Serving Hands and Star Drew. That moves clocks on cryptids. Those are just autos. But that has some banes that are boons that are available for these creatures later. I will mark the one that is still going. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will tell you that the one I just filled is 1 away from full. What do you all want to do stepping into the forest? The smell of licorice, sandalwood, and tar filling your lungs. There is some bonfire smoke that you can pick up. Looks like it's, I mean, obviously Regger would know it's north of you. He's good at that. In front of you, there is a tree that is scorched down all the way to like maybe half a meter above the ground. There are mushrooms that are growing around it right now. They are kind of a white ash with a little bit of red ember in the fins underneath them. That's it. No noise, no animals, nothing.
All right, you said the spiders were following us as we walked?
They do.
Like moving or just like watching us?
If you start to move, they will move in the trees. They are on the trees. They are not on the ground.
Right.
Eric, do we see any webbing around the fire? Or is it too far away?
It's way too far away. There's trees away and shit. You'd have to go all the way out in the center here and start going. This was up would be south in this case.
Okay. Could I make a roll to see how that poison would interact with fire?
Not really. I mean, it's not really poison. It's the webbing itself.
Yeah.
Like the webbing is poison. Like you could probably ignite it. There's never been a non-flammable web. The problem is more, does it light the whole forest that's left on fire in the grove? And do you alert the presence of yourself doing it?
Right. I think she meant like, will it work like the Fatalis and like the poison?
Oh, no. It would not become airborne. It is contact only. It is contact.
Okay.
No roll
So
required.
it's not poison ivy.
No. It's contact only.
Don't
worry, I rolled
Eric,
for that. You don't have it? It's in here.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use. I'm gonna track. I'm gonna see, because he came through here. I'm gonna see if anything else came through here with a tracking roll.
Sure, absolutely. It's pretty ashed up and burnt. I'll give you a boon actually to the roll because it would be pretty easy to track anything if it is here.
Oh, god damn it! I rolled an 8 and a 2. It's almost a 1. So yeah, we're hunting and fishing is 14. So.
Oh wow. Okay. Yes, the footsteps are here. They head actually not north. Or south. They actually head straight across from where you are into the opening across from you.
Are they hoofy?
Oh yeah. Like fawn tracks, big human-sized fawn tracks. Be this way here.
I'll kind of point to everybody and be like, just kind of point in this direction. And I'll have my rifle out and start leading the walk.
All right. Well, move. Which direction are you going to go? You're going to go all the way over to where it is? You're going to head towards the bonfire once you can see it? I'm going to zoom out for the audience a little bit here. There is a huge bonfire to the north.
No, I want to... In the dark, being next to a fire means that you're visible and most things aren't. So
none of you have dark vision. I'm assuming you have light out as well right now.
Oh, right. Dwarves don't have dark vision anymore.
They sure do.
I mean, yeah, I would have my lantern on, I guess, if it's dark in here.
All right. So you have light around you.
Lantern's on. Yeah.
There's no tides in here, even though some came from this grove. It doesn't look like there's anything left. Came to it, but there doesn't seem like there's any left, like on the ground or anything.
Okay. That's disconcerting.
Mm-hmm.
How's my movement?
At 10 or 12, I think.
What's our goal here? Are we going to try to convince him to leave and take his girl with him? Like, go back in the painting? Or
Claybell's like,
what's the deal?
I don't know how the hell we get him back into a painting. One, not my forte. Or why he's here.
Each square is 2 meters.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
This place is fucking big.
So
you can just measure it. It's probably the easiest way to do it. Like, it's 17 squares just to the big tree, and he's on the back side of this somewhere.
I'll move to here
Okay.
for my first. If we're going around.
Oh no,
this will be my
we're
path.
not in combat. This is more like just exploratory. I actually know where you guys want to go. I'm not too worried about that.
Well, I'm coming here just to kind of like if he's
Burnt
this
husk.
way, I'm gonna use a little bit of cover from the tree.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're being smart. So burnt husk. He's went to this tree. If you follow the footsteps, at that tree. Let me delete Maria here. At that tree, there is a like ashen 6-fingered handprint on the what's left of this tree. And this tree is probably about 4 meters tall and then chopped at the top and burnt on the inside, like it was used as like a funnel for fire.
Okay. I see a little something on the map here. Is there any way into this tree we can see?
Maybe on the back side, but nothing on the front side.
Okay. Which way did his tracks go? Up or down?
Around, going this way, down.
Okay.
Back,
Follow him.
back north. When you get to the back side of it, the tree is missing all bark on this side, and there is distinct like claw marks on this part of the tree without the bark.
Like 6-finger claw marks?
I mean, probably.
Well, I mean, if it's a swipe, are there 6 lines or 5?
Now there. I mean,
Or
it's
4.
more carved than torn apart. Like it is done with purpose.
Like meticulous. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Georgia, you're up.
Oh, I gotta bring Claybell. I forgot to put her on here.
Or
I
Claybell.
honestly thought you were gonna tell Claybell to fuck off and not come. I was not expecting this.
Or Todd. Anybody can answer this question except for me.
Let me put her on the map for you.
Because I am not magic.
What's your question? What they are? You want to know what it is?
Yeah, like, is it... Did they carve... I memorized explosive runes today? Or, like, what is the...
No, they did not. They did not carve that. No.
Boom!
I don't know why this is not showing up.
Would it be an occult or animism to identify them?
I would say you could use either one, just different answers. You know what I mean? Like both will come to a solution.
Yeah. Okay. I can roll animism. That works.
All right. Drag
Where is
her
my
here.
dice that actually wants to roll well for me?
What do you mean you've been rolling well the whole show?
Oh, I know, but there's like, I'm not using the Ethauntia Season 2 dice because they normally roll well, and
Why?
I'm scared.
Why
It's
would
just
you
gonna be like
worry?
dragon or demon. But watch me say that and then roll like a... And then roll a 15 over 14. There we go. All right, Burke, you're up.
Yeah, you look at it, you have no idea what the fuck it is. None. Claybell's like, I don't fucking know what this is. It's not dwarven, it's not undead. Not my thing. You got a cult? Todd?
I've got a cult, yes.
Occult.
Cultishness. Culterness.
No, got a 15 over a 12.
15 over 12 is not going to get it either. I just refreshed, so hold on a minute, everybody. I'm just trying to fix my map. Claybell wasn't showing for some reason.
Is her jewelry spyware at all? Like Claybell's rings? Are you listening?
No, it's not. It's not that, no.
Just check it.
No. Any other questions? Anything else you want to do? Don't know what it is. Not casting spells or something. There's nothing. You have no idea what the fuck it is.
Figuring these things out magic. Not something
let's-
I'm capable of.
Yeah, she shows up there.
Where is?
Oh.
I don't know if anybody has detect magic or anything.
I do,
Could
in fact, have a
I-
talisman of sense magic.
Kelly does. It's a,
Yep, she's sleeping.
she is.
Sense magic? Is
Could
that what you
I
said?
make another check using a different skill?
Yes, but it'll be different information. What did you use last time?
Well, what I would like to do is use a human ability I have called Adaptive,
Oh.
allows me to use a different skill for the same check.
Yeah, absolutely. Fucking sure, if it makes sense. What did you use last time? Occult?
I use Occult. I'd like to try Realms.
Yes, I would 100% allow that.
Let's check this roll.
That is a great ability.
That is no good. 16 over a 12. I still
This is four.
don't know.
No idea what it could be. None.
I'm coming up blank on this one, folks. I have no idea.
Well, it looks like we can continue going that way if we want, or there's the big bonfire. South further.
Georgia will hold up her talisman of sense magic and just say, I've only got one of these. I don't know how much it will do other than tell us exactly what kind of magic this is.
I don't think that's worth the waste, to be honest.
I'll tuck
Does he continue? I mean, she bumps Regder. Does he keep moving somewhere?
Yeah, it looks like it. It looks like he keeps going around.
So he made contact with this and didn't use it. So maybe he doesn't know what the fuck it is either. And he does continue, but he continues all the way through here to the northeast or southwest.
Yeah, I'll move 3.
You don't have to
6. I'll
move.
move to here.
So again, you can see how everyone would be in front of this because all the scratches are on this side of the tree. It's where this
Oh, I
burnt
thought they were-
husk is. Nope.
I
it's on
thought
the
they
burnt
were
husk.
here. My bad.
Nope. Can you guys see Claybell's art? She's just gray for me.
I can't see her at all. Actually, she's not on the map for me.
Right there.
Don't see her
It's in the
token.
journal. Her picture's in the journal. feed.
Yeah.
I'll see if I'm token
Yeah,
that.
that's weird. I'm gonna remove her and re-add her.
The map's a little dark. For
The map
me.
is very
That's
dark.
just 'cause I-
That's just the map.
my ring light shined in my eyes.
Oh well, that doesn't help either. But it
Doesn't help,
is
does it?
just dark. She goes with if we're gonna follow, and it's that way. We can go, or do you wanna check the fire? Is it worth
I
it?
mean,
I don't know. The light kind of
guess.
feels like a little bit of a trap for moths.
well, I mean, we're lit anyway, so
We could at least check it out quickly, see if there's any information to be gathered, because Regder is capable of following these tracks quite well,
There
so
we
we
go.
can pick that up again.
All right.
True.
I'm fine with either. But if he's doing something and we wait too long,
right. Yeah, I guess we'll continue on. Do we? Is there any way we can see this skeleton and pouch inside the tree, or no?
nope. There's no way in as far as you can tell.
Okay. Then yeah, that would be the only thing that would keep us from following.
I take that back. You could climb up and look down in.
Right. But I don't think that's like
It's 4
unless he did
meters.
it-
It's 4 meters. It's
Let-
cut across, and like again, it looks like this was used as like a funnel for fire. It's just scorched inside. Like you can see the whole top of it is blackened.
I guess whatever
Right.
happened to this could be happening up there. So maybe that will give us a little bit of a insight.
Well,
Well, I mean, unless he went up there, we wouldn't really have any reason to.
Right. Yeah,
Like,
that's
yeah,
kind of what I think.
If I don't see the tracks of him going up and doing something at the top of that, that's not what I'm worried about.
They do not.
So yeah, I'll there's no other way we would organically see that. So yeah, continue on, follow the tracks.
All right. So when you follow the tracks in this area, the smell of that tar and sandalwood gets stronger. I'm going to switch maps. You're going to have to move your characters far north. I will show you where in just a second. There is a wetness that starts to cover the ground. It's sticky, not like mud, but like sap is just exploded from trees, from burning, covering all the foliage on the ground. As you get closer, you begin to hear chanting. It is not in Moldavian. It's not in Dwarven.
Is it in Hallow?
No, it's not in Hallow either.
Okay. That's the only other one that I would have had.
Sylvan?
It does sound similar to Sylvan, though.
Where's the? Oh, no, I'm
Way
back
up there.
again.
Way up there.
Yeah, we're back to the campfire one now.
You shouldn't be.
Yeah, it just switched back.
Just click it on and off again. It'll go away. It should be a crater.
Yeah, that's the one I was moving the stuff up to, and then it.
Yeah, we
just
could see
kinda-
it for a moment, and now it's back to.
Yeah, I
Here,
can't
I'll-
see
Crater
that
right
hold on.
anymore.
Just give me a second. I'll fix it. There you go. Should reload it. Did you find it? You guys got it?
I see it. Well, where should we be coming in? Far left?
Don't matter as long as you're in the interior. Doesn't. I'll explain it, and you can let me know where you want to enter. I don't have it on screen right now for people. It's covered. So as you approach this kind of wet ground and this sap, it's sticking to your shoes, your boots, your weapons you're walking with. The trees are all kind of crumpled over. Bark is hanging from them from burning. It's almost like walking through, like, you know, when you go into like a cooler and there's those plastic pieces that are hanging. It's like that, but it's like sappy bark that like sticks to you. There's no cobwebs here. You kind of exited that area into here. And in a distance, on a small hill at the edge of the grove, there is a building that is mostly demolished. And once in a while, you see a flicker of a spirit walking around on the inside. Spirit is a bluish green. From the distance you're at, I would say probably over 40 meters to this person, kind of as you're approaching this. And they seem to be walking around the inside, and you hear the sound. It's not chanting. It sounds like someone repeating very similar words, but sometimes in a different order. Unless you have the language, I'm not going to tell you what it is. You can roll languages to try to figure something out if you'd like, to piece it together, but it's the same kind of syllables said in different orders.
I mean, I'll roll.
Bear just gave Georgia a patch. Oh, trying to save her butt.
Absolutely not. 15 over 7. I have no idea. I am also black. I am also back on the map with the eye in the door and the crazy go.
You shouldn't be. You should be on. I would say reload the program.
I just did. I closed alchemy.
Did that fix it?
Here we go.
That's because it's because you closed alchemy and came back. Anytime you do that, it puts you at the first map until I switch it.
Got it.
That's okay. Wherever you want to be here approaching, I don't care.
I see Claybell now.
Yep, I fixed her.
Yeah, same. I'd probably post up behind if I'm tall enough to look through the door.
There's
that,
openings. The
probably
walls are just destroyed in sections.
Yeah, any place that
give me
there's
a
cover
boost.
that we could see where.
Yeah, there's a
see
woman
what's
walking
going
around. I can't say much more than that. I will show you a vision of her, a view of her. I'll send it to your journal.
Ooh.
And she's just kind of walking around. I won't show the audience quite yet.
Eric, that languages roll, was that we
To know like
were rolling?
what she's doing and what the language is. Yeah, anyone can roll it.
Beautiful. I rolled a dragon.
That's bad.
Or I know I
No, dragon.
Oh, dragon. Oh, dragon. Not demon.
Dragon's
Sorry,
good.
dragon. Dragon's good.
For
Dragon's
one.
good.
Dragon's good.
Yes, it is Elven,
Yes.
and you know specifically it's numbers.
Okay.
It's like a string of
I
numbers,
speak Elven.
a break, and maybe a letter. A string of numbers, a break, and the letter. So you do speak Elven. Okay. I said it's like Sylvan. I was hoping somebody would say they spoke Elven.
Sorry, I
It is.
forgot to say that.
It
That's-
is Old Elven,
God.
and they are a series of numbers, maybe about 8 long, with a letter at the end. When you get closer, they're wandering around and they're carrying stacks of books.
I'll relay that it's a series of numbers, and I'll relay the numbers.
With the rolling a dragon, I will tell you this: it looks like sounds like a cataloging system, like numbers for cataloging.
Like Dewey Decimal.
Similar.
Is this a portal to a library?
Are you gonna walk into the building as a group, or are you just peering in before I turn the map on for the audience?
I think I'm gonna turn to Claybell and just say, "Have you ever seen anything like this before? Do you think it's nothing around here?"
Look, I see
safe."
spirits every
Relative.
fucking day. They're everywhere. Elven ones? That's a little more rare. I mean, some to the south of the continent I've seen, but not a lot. They're not a common thing here.
Well, we did walk into a Nevergrove, so I guess it makes sense.
Well, fucking, do you want me to talk to her?
I mean, do you speak Elven?
I speak to the dead.
If you think that would be effective, I have no qualms.
All right, fuck me. And she like rubs her face, takes off her glove, and now you can see the bones that she's got. About this much of her arm is painted in like stripes of different colors, and there's dwarven runes around it. And she walks in pretty openly, and inside the woman is carrying a stack of books, and she disappears and reappears. And she's going to the wall, and looks like she's shelving books, is what it looks like she's doing. I'm going to now switch so the audience can see what this creature looks like. She's got her hair up kind of tight on each side and pulled back. A slender kind of white-ish gown. But the skirt is around shins, so it's, you know, it's like a librarian's dress. She has got a couple pens tucked into her hair, like quills for writing. She's got a bracer on her arm that has, looks like maybe slots to put scrolls in. And she's carrying 3 to 5 books at a time, and she goes in an area, puts them up, disappears, goes to another one, puts them up. Claybell walks in, you hear her chant something. Her eyes glow faintly, and she walks up to the back of the spirit, and in Elven, starts speaking to her when she touches her. You, as far as you know, your sister isn't Elven. The woman turns around, almost like morphs through her back to face her, holding the books, and she's still, besides her mouth moving. Claybell looks back and goes, "What do you want me to ask her?"
I mean, I guess we could start with, what do you guys think? Where we are?
Yeah, where are we? Are we in a burnt out library or
All
something?
right, I will ask. And she says something. She turns back, and in Moldovan, she says we are in the library of Nodric. Nodric's an ancient keeper. It'd be a cult, if anyone wants to know. It is with a Bane.
Okay.
A cult or
Cult
religion?
with
A cult. Not religion, because it's keepers. Keepers don't fall under religion.
Ah,
Oh,
damn,
right.
Bane. Missed it.
All right.
I don't have a cult.
We do have some Dark Secret cards, if you'd like to use Dark Secrets at all.
That moves a clock.
It does move clock 1, but it's one of the 5 clocks that are active.
Oh. It's only one of the
So-
5.
They're not all bad.
What does that allow us to do?
You get
like
a secret about something you're asking a question on. Basically, it's like getting the deepest knowledge on a knowledge roll. A dark secret.
Well, I probably wouldn't be the person to figure that out because I don't.
Anyone could have heard it.
So
It's up to y'all. Yeah, I would say trained would make the most sense for this, but
yeah.
myth. If you have myths, you're trained in myth. You could have heard a myth about the place. That's also a way you could have heard it.
I mean, I did crit my myth and legends roll and got 2 points last time.
That was just learning. You specifically were studying the Keeper Nodric. I doubt that.
just saying.
But you could have read something
Possible.
somewhere during your journeys. It's up to you. The Dark Secret cards are there for you to use. She says, "Come
I'd
on."
like to use it because I come from a pre-Sundering society where keepers were more common, and I've been in Elder Realms.
Ah,
There we go.
Done. All right, let me move.
And you can understand the woman talking.
You can understand her. Yes.
That-
Yes. All right. I will.
As far as communication goes, speaking the language, great first step.
Great start. Great start. No sign language. No emoting. You just know it. She asked, and she says, "Yeah, the library is of Nodric. You would know specifically. The library of Nodric is more of a space, not a place. It is the knowledge gathered by anyone who followed him, and it was a shared collective of knowledge. The big thing is you know, Nodric, every time he had a child, they would work there until they were an adult. And then they were allowed out of the library, kind of like training for them. They lived there, they studied there. More than likely, this apparition that's here is a child of a keeper. At least in spirit.
Child labor.
Nah, more like family-owned business. Not Timu.
Okay,
When
so I'll relay that. I'll relay that to everyone that this is probably a child of a keeper who is working here.
Eric, when you say it was a space, like a demi-plane or like...
You don't know?
Internet.
Just a space, not a place. It has no physical location that anyone knows of.
Internet. Okay.
Not internet. That's adorable that you are equating it to that.
Place to keep all the knowledge accumulated.
Mm-hmm. By all of his followers. Like, it is a place where people come and give information. You know, with the Dark Secret, you would know that he is directly opposed to the Keeper of Secrets.
Makes sense. You don't want to get that info out there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Don't hoard it.
Correct. What else do you want me to ask? She seems pliable, she says.
Nodric goes to the secret meetings after the show, records them, and then releases the info to everybody.
Who releases it publicly?
Yeah, he pirates our secret.
Those are
If
called
this-
citizens or fans. They just publicly share it everywhere.
If this was the case, I probably would have walked up closer and be like, if this is all... What's all the dead bodies for then? Are these all his children?
She goes, I don't... I risk angering her asking that, but do you want me to?
I mean, it's just a question. I don't want to piss off.
You look
the
down,
others.
sure enough, there's bookshelves and coffins all over in that pit. And there are bones. Anything that's white is a bone of some form. Like all the little circles and stuff, that ain't rocks.
Oh, good.
A lot of bones.
So,
Cool.
Okay,
Oh,
she
do
is
you
not
know-
liking that question, and she's like trying to pull her hand off her, and you see the apparition's arms come up and lock onto the sides of your sister's head.
I'm gonna call down and say, "Would you say this is being hostile?"
Do I look fucking happy? And she's trying to push her off, and you see she starts to channel a spell.
I'm gonna throw my holy water.
I was going to say, give it a drink.
Your sister, unfortunately, did not make her roll, which means we unfortunately have to go into initiative. I was not
figured
expecting
I
initiative
figured she
on
was
this
just gonna-
character at all.
I thought she was just in a bar brawl, bash her over the head with it.
I mean, you got to get there, and this is where everyone's standing, and that's where they are.
No, her, because she had one. She made him.
Oh,
I
yeah,
figured
but
she was
she's channeling a spell right now. She can't. So let me redo our initiative. Let me remove some things from the initiative order.
Wait, sorry, just to be clear, Claybel's channeling a spell?
Yeah, Claybell is doing it to speak with her.
I thought you meant the ghost.
The other one's
okay,
holding her
gotcha.
head right now. Who knows what she's doing.
Great.
All right, so we have our initiative up for the people who are here, besides Maria, who's not here. Currently, the order is Regder, Burke, Spirit. We do have some initiative cards, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
ETH initiative. It's bottom up, though. Right now, ones that are pending. The next one up is a 5, which would put people in the end. So I don't know if anyone wants to take a 5. Are we going with this order for this round?
I want to do a thing, but I think it has to be on my turn, so I will shut up.
Mm-hmm. We going with this one?
Todd, do we want to switch?
I was
We can
going to
switch,
swap
'cause-
with Claybell.
She would do that for you.
Do I have to wait for my turn to do that, or do we do that now?
You swap on your turn.
You don't,
Well, I
you don't
thought.
figure
Sorry,
it
I
out
thought
when
I
you
was
roll initiative?
first.
You are.
You are.
But I'm saying whoever wants to swap, you do it on your turn. That's your action to you basically are you go and then you're swapping spots with them. You still get a
So
turn, but it's just on their turn instead.
Right. So I guess that's what I'm saying, Todd, because I'm first. I could swap with you.
Right, he doesn't want to do that. He wants to
Good.
swap with Claybell.
But I don't want to go first. Why don't you swap with Claybell so she goes first, so she has a chance to get off wherever she's going
I see what
before
you're
the
saying.
spirit goes.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll swap with Claybell.
All right. I'll put her here, and I will move you
Sorry, I misunderstood you, Todd.
to here.
I get you.
Claybell,
No worries.
cast spell. Unfortunately, audience, if the dice are working, I need you to roll me a 2d20 because she has had a bane to this because she is currently being held, and I'm not gonna say what's going on. It looks like the spirit is trying to enter her. That's how I would explain it. So we need 2d20. Hopefully the d20s are working in the audience. I see one rolled. People have been testing them. They've been working the whole time. What is the d20 broken here? There it is. 6. That's good.
Foundries went
But I gotta take the higher. I gotta take the higher of the two. So let's see what the second one is. If I make
Why
this
didn't
roll,
Rouge just go through?
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't like Rouge. I don't know. It has to be a 1 in front of it. Maybe
Yeah,
they've added
they all typed it
delays.
correctly.
Yeah, maybe there's delays. They're adding. 1d20 has no delay on it. I'm looking at the chart right now. In the advanced settings, there is 0 cooldown.
Stream elements, get your shit
Get
together.
your shit together. I feel like we've been yelling at stream elements for 4 years.
Yeah. You don't have to feel that.
You know
that
what?
is
The
pretty
cooldown,
nice
maybe
stuff.
it's global. Maybe it's a 15 on the die roll or something. Well, we'll take the 1 with a 6. I'm gonna roll another. There's the other. Is there another one? Oh, thanks for telling me about the giveaway. They're rolling dice. They're trying to get to the dice giveaway by rolling the dice. Stream elements.
There's a global 5-minute cooldown across everyone using
Fucking
stream
everybody.
elements.
Yeah, right. There shouldn't
get
be
one
anyone.
die
If
every
anything, it's
couple hours.
15 seconds if there's any cooldowns. Yeah.
It's waiting. While we're waiting, I'll let you know that it's not swap. It's waiting because I
Oh,
finally looked it up.
you looked it up?
And it is on your turn. You wait.
I knew it was on your turn. That's what my GM notes say. Well, we'll go with the 1. I'll roll the other one. I had to take the higher of the 2. I rolled a 1. They rolled a 6, which is still enough for me to cast my spell. She casts a spell and repels her away into the bookshelf, and she just apart. And Claybell falls back, and she's going to use her movement to go, let's see here. Here
That was a D10 though.
to here.
Serving hands.
She was just testing other ones. And she disappears.
Claybell does?
No, the ghost does. When she does that, just apparition blows apart. Claybell crawls back, puts her back to the rock, and she goes, she's seeking why we're here. like forcefully. And you can see like there's like blood edged around her eyes and around her ears on Claybell.
Right. You all right?
I know that this creature is hostile right now. We can try to talk her down. And she's seeking something.
Well, what's she seeking? Maybe we can help her find it.
She says, well, my spell is gone. It's a spirit. Spirits are always looking for a way to be at rest. Maybe she's... maybe something happened to the library of this place when the Sundering happened. But this is from the Nether.
I mean, it's a spirit, right?
It is a spirit, yeah.
Regdor's gonna take his arm out of side, and he's gonna take a... This is going back to his roots. He's going to take a formal stance, and in hollow, he's going to say, Lady Elf, we beg your forgiveness if we trespassed on your property, but we would like to help in any way that we can.
All
we
right.
are here searching for a lost companion that came in the grove.
Lost companion. Okay. If that's what you're trying to do, give me a... I mean, I guess persuasion.
Persuasion?
Mm-hmm. No boon, no bane. I will say, I will give you a boon if you want to use a shift attitude card.
Oh, hell yeah.
So we'll use a shift attitude as well. Shift attitude is from KJ paying it forward.
Okay. 8 under 10.
Okay, she calms down and reappears next to you, like standing next to you. She has books in her hands. Her
Give her a
face
slight bow.
reforms. The elongated jaw that was starting to form kind of goes back to normal. Her face shifts and phases, and she looks at you and locks eyes. Well, in Hallow, she says, and it's loud enough that everyone can hear, but it's louder for you than everyone else because she's speaking almost into you.
Mm-hmm.
She goes, I seek to leave the library. My sister was supposed to take my spot, and I feel like I have been here for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm. In Dwarven, do you understand my native tongue?
What are you speaking in when you say that?
Dwarven.
I understand Dwarven. Your accent is newer to me. But hold on. And she like shifts, goes across the building, and comes back with a book and opens. There's no books in this fucking place. There's none.
Right. How far does she go?
Across. Like all the way to the other side.
When she gets far away, I'm gonna look at Claybell's like, she doesn't know she's dead. And then wait for her to come back.
She goes like to here and then jumps
Okay.
back.
Yeah, when she goes away, I'm gonna look at Claybell and well, pretty much everybody like, she doesn't know she's dead. And then
Okay. That's so most spirits that don't know they're dead, that means they're not at rest. That's you know
Right.
that it's a natural thing. The world is full of ghosts. There's really no role for that. So do we look, I know how to destroy undead. I can control it. I can even fetter it. I need something to fetter her to, though. There ain't no fucking books here, which would be my pick. You fetter him to an object that is important to him. What do we fan out? Find? Does anyone have a book of value that we can use? Claybell will cast a spell successfully. She goes, "It's going to have to be valuable. It can't be cheap. She's too strong to be put in a kid's nursery rhymes. A dwarven chance. It needs to be something of value, a grimoire, a spell book, an ancient tome. Otherwise, I would need something like a federate object, but I don't have one. Do we have any reliquaries left? Did anyone play a reliquary card?
I mean, I have
No.
one on my person.
Those are considered used.
Oh.
No ETH reliquary. If we had a reliquary, I would let that work as well. But we don't have any reliquary cards left. It has to be a card. It can't be one you carry on your person. Unless it's a book.
Do either of you have any of the new books that we got?
Those are in the library.
I don't have any specific book, but I do have my grimoire.
You don't know what you'll do to it. And you've already made enough fucking stupid decisions.
Right, so
And
what's
I would
one
rather
more?
not part with it, so.
Don't think you'd have to part with it. You just have to
She's friendly
have
with
a
you,
friend along.
Burke. Ask her what we can do to help her.
Okay, I'll
Not Burke. I'm sorry, Regder. Regder spoke to her. Regder. I apologize.
Yeah. he'll say in Dwarven. Wait, shit. Todd, you speak Dwarven, right?
Serving hands.
Oh,
played
That'll
this
work
card.
too.
You don't.
Whoever just played that card.
What?
Someone just played a magical item card. That is a legendary. I think that was serving hands who dropped that fine piece of real estate.
Yeah.
Looking at
Played the
that
card.
animation.
Serving hands played this card. I mean, ...
Well, ask her what the fuck she wants. How do we help her?
She was waiting for her sister to come.
Yeah,
and
we
take her
fucking
place.
move past that. Come on, ask her something else.
How can we help you, milady?
Well, I have a lot of books to shelf. They're all over the place.
Oh
God.
God! Wait. I'm going to reach down and pick up a skull
Right, but many books.
and say, "Is this one?"
That is a book, yes. You look inside of it, it's hollow, it's blackened from fire.
I'm gonna make a.
It'd be an occult roll if you want to know more about this.
I was gonna do a spot hidden.
For what? That takes time. It takes usually spot hidden takes about 10 to 15 minutes to search.
Well, I mean,
a room.
looking over the skull to
It's
see if
just
like there's
black?
runes carved over it. Or
Okay, so you're
anything, or,
asking. There's no runes on the outside. On the inside of it, there are numerous runes carved when you wipe some of the soot off. Every skull you pick up is like this.
oh boy.
Well, yes,
So
those are
this-
books. Those are very nice books. They're made, they're the memories and knowledge of the numerous people who have passed here. We use them constantly. Now, her books look like books.
Right. But I mean, this would be considered a book,
Maybe.
or it's the whole. I'm basically holding Bob, or a shitty versions of one, and there's a ton of them here. Because if that's how this works, this is where they come when they die. Their knowledge comes here, and is put in the space. And if it's their memories, if it's their knowledge, each one of these skulls is a follower of this keeper that has died.
That is a very Maria, maybe even Nora, a level astute observation. You get a Nora prize. I don't know what the fuck that is. You'll have to ask her.
I'm gonna switch to initiative with Voss. Can I do that?
Only we're not in combat right now. We are out of combat. Initiative's over.
No, God, I wish Voss was here.
He is not.
Be like, all right then. Be like, so pretty much. And he'll
Don't
speak
tell her
in
she's
mul-
fucking dead. Don't do it.
I'm not.
All right.
Uh,
And she's saying this in Dwarven, hoping. Is that a friend of yours? I hear echoes in the room. And she
yes,
pulls
my-
kind of out, like tries to pull out of the conversation, like to lock with you to look in the room. Are you going to try to keep her locked in, or are you going to let her do it? Like, she's kind of like one-on-one with you right now, but you can tell that she's realized there's other sounds in this room. Like, maybe she can't see the people she's not interacting with.
Yes, no, my friends are here. I'm gonna like kind of wave behind my back at Clable because she was just locking eyes with her. I have other friends here, yes. I'm not gonna try and keep her gaze.
Okay.
If she's trying to pull away. I don't want to force her to do anything.
Well, if you do, it's just a persuasion check to keep her locked with you only.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll.
It's up to you.
If that's all it is, then I'll.
Would you like to use another shift attitude?
You know what? I would like to use a shift attitude.
Because you went from hostile to unfriendly with that roll, the one you had last time.
Okay. Yes, I would, but I'm going to do that as I'm letting her look deeper into the room.
Okay.
I'm going to try and persuade her that, like, yes. And when she sees Clable back there, not to get angry, because that was the last face that she saw. We are trying to help you.
Okay. So give me a roll. Using a shift attitude, I'll give you a boon. This is important. Spirits are some of the only things that are like non-hostile creatures. That are creatures that can be taken from hostile to non-hostile, just in general, if you know how to handle them.
So the second die was a 17, but I rolled a 3 on my first die.
Oh,
so,
well then, are they all here to help me?
They are all here to help you.
Then please tell the wounded dwarven woman that I'm very sorry. When she peels back, she now sees a fucking woman with a skull that's a dwarf, and a woman that has a fucking bone hand that's a dwarf. She goes, did something happen to all the dwarves while I was gone? She looks at your hand, which is also fucked up.
It did, but these are all specific instances that have happened to us. Although there was a time where something happened and we lost a great many dwarves.
Yes, the Sundering was predicted. We knew that there was going to be a massive loss of most people. That Nodric tried his best to speak to Thaddeus about the upheaval that was going to happen. Thaddeus did not listen. Oh, yes. Followers of Nodric have known for at least a few thousand years that it would happen. Everyone did. Well, it was studied.
Interesting. Do you know what caused it then?
Oh, that is lost in any records. We don't know anything. The cults of the Doomsday, they believe that it was caused by the abuse of magic. We don't believe that specifically. We don't really believe technomancy did it either. I think there was a great unrest within the people of the world, and it caused the shattering. But no one really knows. One of my other sisters, like the one that is supposed to be on duty, might know. But why the bone? And she like phases through you.
Yeah.
I need a will roll for you.
Oh boy. What's my will? Fuck.
Or wisdom, whatever the actual fucking stat word is.
That's shit. I rolled a 16 over 15.
Okay. She stops, like partially inside you, and goes, "Arcane?"
What?
She turns and like comes back, like phases back through you backwards. It goes, "Please raise your wounded hand, please. Your changed hand."
Yeah.
Are those each one of those is a mark of a keeper. Anytime you follow a keeper and you are closely related to them, they leave their mark upon you so that you can show others your purpose within your faithful.
Right, that makes sense then.
Are you a follower? Do you have more markings?
No.
Do you have powers of the Keeper of Nightmares? If so, I have many questions. And she like reaches down, and now you can tell she grabs a skull. And when she picks up, the skull stays, but she pulls a book. And she flips it open.
Well, that's its name then.
Oh, it's not an it.
Right.
It's everyone. Anyone who slumbers and has bad dreams. He's there, at least at the edges of the nightmare.
Wonderful. Yeah, no, this came to me not by choice.
Oh, that is a different problem. And she closes the book and disappears and shelves it on a wall and comes back. Anyway, your other friends, and she like goes over to Claybell, and Claybell stands there because she's used to dealing with death.
Mm-hmm.
She holds her hand out. She goes, "This was a choice, ma'am. It's so that I can help people like you. I help those that are lost move on in life. There is no purgatory anymore. So, I do my best." And she's speaking in a pretty good elven tone. Her accent of a dwarf, the swearing goes away. Oh, well, I mean, the only help I need is for the library to be clean. As you can see, it's quite in disarray. When she motions her hand, for a brief moment, everyone can see the library, and it flickers away. And it is vast, ghostial blue and green of numerously tall bookshelves and spiral staircases that fades just as quickly as the motion to show it.
Is this a memory?
No, I mean,
Are we in a memory?
You can walk in and out. Like if you walk out of the confines of this area and walk back in, it's still there. So it's probably, you don't feel anything weird other than when she's around. You do feel slightly more intelligent when you're around her.
Is it a haunt?
That is more likely what it is.
Okay.
Georgia's gonna lean over to Claybell and just go, I know you have much more experience than I do in this sort of matters, but she does keep on bringing up her sister. Do you think that's...
Yeah, they're a pain in the ass. Fucking trust me.
Okay. Okay. We can... Georgia's trying not to get stirred. Do you think that maybe finding this sister is something that could help her rest?
Oh, fuck.
Maybe.
Where the fuck would we find her?
Well, I mean...
I don't know.
Ma'am, is your sister here? Obviously not. I'm working. What if we fetter her and take her with us? At least give her rest away from this haunt. I think you're right. It makes the most sense, but who knows where it's buried under here? But if we can find one of those skulls that are strong enough, maybe we can fetter her to that. Or can we, or if someone has an item, maybe there has to be something here. Let's scour. Yeah. I don't disagree. Tell her, since she's still listening to you, Regder, tell her we're gonna search for something that maybe we can help. Maybe she knows where the book is. Maybe we can find it through using her somehow.
Wait, so what do you want me to tell her?
Well, tell her we're going to help her, clean and find her sister. But we can find a book here. Let's ask her, like, maybe where the oldest book is, or about her god. Maybe there's a fucking Capwn fucking journal for Naldric or whatever the fuck his name is.
Is there a... Where shall I put this? Is there a...
She's currently looking at the bark-like hair and dreads on your sister right now as you're talking.
Is there an index for your family?
Oh, yes. The index is always the child that is working.
Right. Is there any way we could find something to help us find your sister?
Oh, unfortunately, the sisters are not indexed until they enter the library. She should have been here, 100 years ago, roughly? She was supposed to be here before the Sundering so we could swap.
I see. Well, from what we've gathered, your sister should have been here when she was born, right? Don't you come here and then you work here and then you move on? You leave?
Well, yes. I mean, we work here until we're of age to go out and gather knowledge and bring it back. We simply learn through being here and absorb as much of the knowledge as we can through study. I've been here for, I'd say 800 years, roughly, give or take.
So, your sister was alive then? Like, you actually talked
of course.
to her? Or have you been waiting for her to show
She's
up?
only 50 years younger than me. She was just next up. She's 100 years late.
I see.
Claybell's like, I'm going to start looking. And she, starts going around looking for, anything of value.
Georgia's gonna help.
All right.
Can I spot hidden or assist
So,
with her spot hidden?
It is a double Bane spot hidden here. If you assist somebody, that'll get rid of one of them. And unless somebody can come up with other ways to get bonuses to looking for things, that's currently the penalty is 2 Bane.
Georgia's gonna pull out that talisman from earlier and just go, better time to use this, or is it just gonna light everything up?
Who are you asking?
Playbell.
I don't know. I've never fucking used it. It's your fucking talisman. Jesus.
Alrighty. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give it a shot. I can make more if we need.
What does this do, Allie?
Oh, it's a sense magic.
Okay, what does sense magic do?
Can sense whether the place you're in or an item you're holding is affected by magic and what kind of magic. I don't know if it would be helpful.
I mean, sense of magic, it's a magic object. Maybe? You do get your willpower point immediately after using it, so... Because if it's attached to you, you get willpower back. Yeah, if you want to do that, I will take one of the Banes away for using sense magic. So you'll be at 1 Bane instead of 2.
Cool.
Are you assisting someone else? You're going to roll on your own?
I'll assist Plato.
So, you're going to assist who?
Sister.
Okay, assisting your sister is automatically a Bane.
Hey,
How about
Burke.
I assist her instead?
No penalty at all. Everything's fine. So you assist. That's a boon. On top of the sense magic, that makes it a wash. And it would take about 15 minutes. These are stretches to search this area. Everyone kind of canvases out to search the area. Let's start with the people who at least have no Banes. Let's see what they get here. This is a spot hidden.
Did a regular. Bam. Keep the conversation going. We're just gonna search this entire skull field like we're running from a Terminator.
I mean, you could be asking her questions. She might be able to assist. You just have to ask the right thing. Like, she knows what's here, but she's just shelving it. But I need Allie to give Georgia. I need Georgia's roll with no penalties.
Oh,
sorry,
spot
that-
hidden.
I thought that Burke was assisting Playbell. Might be.
No. Assisting you.
That is a 9 under 12.
All right. Going around the place is you can see in the background Burke and the librarian or the follower of Nodric having a conversation. You do notice 2 things with that. And your sister does as well. Your sister runs across towards you guys, wherever you're at in the room. I'll tell you the area that you find it is not up top. It is down below. in the coffined area.
Seems right.
Let's check this spookiest area first.
I will move your
No.
sister with you. Let's move Burke down there as well. She comes to the ledge and looks down over. And she goes, I think I figured out what the fuck happened here.
No.
What did you find? And you're looking through everything, and some of the coffins are broken. Inside of the coffins are people in robes that have an odd language that you don't know. It's not a knowledge skill or a language check. It's definitely an ancient language. The robes are blues and golds with hints of purple. They are long. They are way old. Like, they're not something that you would even see. Maybe like a cultist would fucking wear them, but they're scholarly looking. She goes, I think this entire place burned down when the fucking grove showed up. I think this is recent.
Grove just showed up now.
I know.
Oh, but time is different.
I think it obliterated whatever. That means that outside of our place, there's either a knot, a tear in the veil, or something along those lines. I'm not positive, but the reason I say that is all this ash is still fresh. You could wipe it off everything here, the walls, the skulls, everything. In there, you find one book that is got a huge circle on the front that has a bunch of circles, almost like star representations, but instead of it being stars, they have different colored gems in them. And in the center of it, in an ancient text, is like what you're guessing is a single character, a single piece of an alphabet. As soon as you touch it, there is a flood of information. It doesn't hurt you, but just thoughts of things in the area. And when you look up, you can see the library for a brief moment again, and it fades away. Your intelligence is raised by 1 permanently. If you make an int roll.
Oof.
Bear did give you a patch
right.
earlier. Let's see if we can
Yep.
fill that empty skull with more brains. I mean that because there's nothing in the skull with a light, but
7 under 12.
int is permanently up 1. For a moment, Burke, you see her, like the fire in her head glow a bright blue. It's usually orange. You can hear the voice of Drathok for a second. And the light inside of her head is now blue instead of being orange.
You all right?
With Drathok going, wait, no, oh shit, this is not.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I can see through time.
You can see. Maybe.
You use so much spice, you're seeing through time.
Yes, I'm fine. I actually feel pretty good. And I'm gonna look down at the tome again.
It is
hoping that
shut.
Maybe.
It is not locked. It's just got one piece of leather that claps over to it. You can detach that circle piece. Like, it kind of looks like it folds over the book and just sticks into the center.
Okay.
She goes,
May I roll an intelligence to see if this is a good idea?
no, you can't. That's not how that works. There's an actual talent for that. You should pick that up. There is a talent where you ask the GM for willpower points. You go, is this a good idea? And the GM has to give you a clear-ish answer.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a book. You got a fucking glimpse of the grand library, and it disappears. What could possibly
roll,
go wrong? Says Serving Hands. What could possibly go wrong?
Could I roll a languages roll to see if I can pick out like
Motto.
etymology of any of these ancient words if they cross over into languages?
You can.
I
It's
know
two.
that might
It's
be a
two.
clue.
Well, it would have been 2 Banes. It's 1 Bane now.
Okay. Cool. Let's go.
All right.
Oh, 11 under 12
Okay.
and a 6 under 12.
Yes, it is a language that you have been told to never learn or speak, known as true speech.
Oh. Oh, I'm not going to read that.
That's like when the All Father or the True Father speaks or a Keeper speaks. That's the language of like deities. But it's just a single character. You know the character is a K. That's what you would know.
Okay.
You're guessing it's a book of Nodric. That makes the most sense.
Okay. Well, I guess this will have to do.
She goes, so here's the other bad part. I circled around the place too while we've been looking for the last 15 minutes. There's something moving in the trees around this place.
Not the spiders?
No, there are none. There's no webs here, no fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And like Burke is down there with you, but you can still see Regdor talking to the ghost in the distance, keeping her occupied, having a normal conversation, keeping her calm. She is now friendly. She's not hostile anymore. You've got her to a calm state.
I'm going to reach up to the top of the ledge to hand the tome to Claybell.
She grab it with her undead hand. She goes, I'll use my willpower points. I cast my spell. It's definitely fucking strong enough. Do we ask her if she wants to go? Is that the plan?
I don't see why not. I think the sooner we get out of this place, the better right now.
All right.
Especially without Maria.
So she'll wander around over to where Regdor is. Is everybody else going to join?
Sure.
So she'll wander around this way to Regdor. And she goes, excuse me, ma'am. I believe I have and she's speaking in Elven again, I have a book. And she holds it up. She goes, yes, that is that is the first tome of Nodric. That is the first penned book by the Keeper himself. It speaks about how knowledge is obtained and how one can learn through research quicker through his studies and his philosophies. A very ancient book. I'm glad you found that. We do have a shelf for that. It's in the vault.
It's in the Cliff Notes section.
It's in the vault in the basement. I don't know how to get down to the basement though.
Well, I kind of look at Claybell and they're like, are we doing it?
I would like to cast a spell on you if you would be okay with it to help you see something. I'm going to ask you to keep yourself calm. And then in Moldavian, all of you, she goes, I'm going to tell her she's dead. I'm going to take it through the beginning of the fettering process.
What can we do to help?
I'm going to salt the area underneath her. I'm going to salt the book lightly. I have a little bit of water that I will pour on it. It won't harm it. I will explain this to her. I just want you all to know, if this goes bad, do everything you can to stop her from becoming hostile. Holy water her, whatever you need to do to disperse her, and then we leave the grounds. We're going to have to give her time to recalm. Could be days, could be a year. If this goes well, we can take her out of here in the book.
All right. News to me.
Fettering, it's fucking someone in our family had to learn it. I need the audience to roll me 3d20s. Hopefully it doesn't take it 18 million years to do it. It's for each action that she is talking to her. She goes through the process and what's going on. The woman makes her save. She goes, oh my, I didn't know I was dead. I thought for sure I was still living. And she holds her hands up and she like passes it through Claybell. She goes, that makes way more sense. I was wondering why people didn't seem to be physical for me. She goes, that's great.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna salt.
Oh
this,
fuck!
I'm gonna salt this book.
A 7, a 1, and a 1.
Ooh, oh my!
Holy fuck!
Well, we will definitely go over this in secret time.
A 1 is perfect.
A 1 is perfect. You want low rolls, perfect, baby. Trickster. Low rolls. That's a 20.
Low rolls.
Yeah.
We just critted twice.
She goes, then I would love to be part of Nodric's library. If I can come with you, I will do everything I can to help solve what happened here. I'm a bastion of knowledge. I know every book that is here besides a few in the vault that I wasn't allowed to access. I would be happy to join. She goes through the process of doing it, and she goes, I'm going to open the book and let you pick your page. I feel like that's the most logical thing. She goes, no, let me. And she touches the amulet-looking thing on the front of it, and it floats open, and she starts to disappear slowly. And it flips to the cover, and you see it start writing in the front of the book, and it says Daughter of Nodric. And it's under, like, the beloved, like, thank you, that kind of section of the book.
Mm-hmm. Special thanks.
Yep. And then she writes in true speech, which Allie's character would now recognize. And the book closes. This entire place, that feeling of knowledge you have, dies. But if you're holding the book, you can still feel it. Claybell goes, I think this is more tied to you than me, sis. And when she puts it out, everyone sees the fire inside of George's head. And it fills the skull.
Well, that looks like a yes. Is it still
Starting
blue?
to wonder how many things
still
should be tied to me. But she will accept the book and strap it in.
We should leave as quickly as we can. Are we heading to the bonfire? Because I don't see this man here anymore, this Faun Prince.
Hey, yeah.
Your sister's talking kind of quiet. In the book, you can hear the pages flutter in the book. If you're using the book and you make any form of a knowledge roll, the book comes with some willpower. This is just blanket knowledge before we get into secret time. For 2 willpower points, it can give you a boon on any form of like recalling knowledge or asking questions about something. You can flip through the book as long as you have it, and it will give you a boon to a roll. Has to be intelligence based. Has to be.
Okay.
And it flutters a little bit. And she goes, I think we head out the same way we came in. We go back to the main forest. I think we head to the fire. Because if we go wandering through this place, I didn't see any exits. There's no openings out of the circle from here. I think this might be a pocket inside of a place, like a realm in a realm.
Right.
Which
That sounds
Oh, gosh.
confusing. Let's
does
leave.
not seem good.
No.
Yeah.
He's gonna turn back around at the ready.
Okay.
And does she tell him she heard something in the trees?
Oh yeah, she would make that apparent to everybody. She
'cause-
says it
She
sounds
was over
like
there when she did it.
if you ever when you go to make a campfire, you shuck bark off of wood to use it to kindling, right?
Right.
It sounds like shucking like large trunks of trees. Like just
Oh gosh. So
pulling
basically,
bark from trees.
So basically, it sounds like the marks that we saw back there earlier.
Maybe, yeah, it's similar. The smell of licorice is gone, but the sandalwood and tar is very strong. It's fucking bad.
Spider's leave.
Are cryptids under myths and legends?
It depends on the cryptid, but they're usually on, yes. Unless they're specifically tied to like a keeper or a cult, usually myth and legend covers them. If you're trying to do it without seeing them, I'm telling you, you got Banes on this.
Yeah, no.
If you think it is.
Hey, well, that's cool then.
So when we head out, I'm going to switch our map. Are you going to go the same way you came, back to the trees?
Yeah.
Is that the game plan? All right.
Yep.
So I hid the map so you guys can move yourselves around. I'll take us over to the camp drawing. As you get to the edge of here coming in, all of the bark on the trees between here and there are gone. And the area you're in right now is next to the campfire, which is not where you came in. There is a large, it looks like sewn cape strung between 2 trees of yellow. There is a man in black robes painting on the lower half right now. Not as large as the Faun Prince. Very different looking. There is one of those trunks hollowed out in front of you. And the bark on it literally like shucks off to the ground and stands back up, and it looks like the thing I'm going to put in the journal for you all.
Great.
And it's not three-dimensional. It's like
Is it like
two-dimensional, like it's just like the thickness of bark
a bark?
wrapped around a form. Inside of it, there is red and black, it's almost tar-like substance, maybe burnt ember. And there are pieces of bark that are constantly drifting off of it and reforming pieces. You see one, then a second, then a third, all off of this one large tree. I'm going to show it to the audience. The druid circle, you would know these are bramble souls. Usually they are envoys for a circle. They're usually not hostile. These ones look very different. They're not formed well. They look like they're partially made. There's ash coming off of them. You're guessing they're probably made specifically for this grove. And they move fast. With that, the first one dashes across. I need 1d6 from the audience. They have what is known Act First. When first seen, the look and appearance of these creatures allow them to act before the party. I need 1d6 roll. This is for what Bramble Souls do. Then we'll get into the rest of the group. There's a chance they don't attack. It's based on the roll. Let's see what they get. The book is fluttering against the clasp shut. So I'm assuming you're carrying it right now. You don't really have a way to latch it unless you put it in your backpack. Let's see if a D6 works. That's probably the first question. Let's see if a D6 works today. Because, you know, stream elements. Slowly, it's thinking about it. It's considering it.
Using.
It's like, no, we don't want to do it. I'm going to try forcing it by clicking another button. There's
There we
6.
go. 6.
That's good, right?
No. There are whispers that echo from all of the burnt hollow trees in the area as you hear the souls of people begin to speak. First in agony, then the sound of forming sentences, as each one of you needs to give me a will roll or risk being charmed. There are 3 of them. Because there is a group, you have a bane to this effect. Now, I will remind you we have some cards here that could help you. You do have patches as well. We also had the new Stratagem legendary card played. So that may be something we want to talk about in Secret Time about setting up a fighting fucking Fey creature stratagem.
I'm going to patch.
All right, we got our first patch of the show, I think.
I'm also going to use my patch.
All right, it's 2 patches.
Quick question though, when you re-roll
It's the whole roll.
it's both rolls for the Bane.
It's the whole roll. Yeah. Same as it would
I
be
do
for a
have
boot.
patching.
Not just the one you like.
Oh. Ain't damn roll.
That's not
Well,
nice.
I had a 10 and a demon.
Oh, you
but-
you can't reroll demons, sir.
I thought that was the whole point of patches. It's the only one that can reroll 1s and 20s.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, you patched, not pushed. I apologize. You can't
No,
push
I patched.
demons. Patched.
So I patched and I rolled an 8 and a 19.
So it's
So-
still looking at the demon.
I still lost, but it's not. Yeah.
It's not as bad. What about Georgia?
right.
Rolled
Next
an
to the
8 and
dragon.
a 16.
8 and a 16
I did
twice?
patch.
Ugh.
You patched as well.
I did patch, and I got a 5 and a 13 under 18.
Oh, you got a high ass one. You're the only one who can hear the souls. They are tortured. They sound like they are being burned alive. The sentences that are forming are charm as you see red, like reflections of fire in the eyes of your compatriots. Question is, does it include your sister? It does. Everyone but you is charmed. and they start walking towards the nearest tree. What they can't see, remember how I said they're hollow? They're open in spots. And what they can't see, but you can, is they are all burning braziers right now. The inside of the trees are just gouts of flame. The man who's painting turns around and goes, oh my. And you see he also has a skull for a face. Assyrians exist anywhere there's magic. And he goes, and as he kind of raises his hand, I am going to cut us there in case Maria can come and save the day for you next week and help Georgia stop everyone from burning alive. But I feel like it's fair. I would like the damage rolled here by the audience, if we can get this to work, as we close out our show. I need 3d6 for them entering the pyres. If they go into them, it is 3d6 damage. Now I'm going to write that number down so that can be the overhanging cloud of fear of damage all of next episode.
Point of order. I just moved my movement. It's going to take me 2 movements to get to the tree.
We're going to get to that, but please put yourselves where you were. And you can also just drag a line, Drew, just so you know, with the right mouse button, and it tells you how many squares it is.
I know. I just wanted to...
I see a bunch of D6s. All right, a 5, a 4, a 6, 5, 4? 6, 5, no, the 6 was the old one.
The
5,
6
4.
was the old one.
Okay, 5, 4. We're just waiting for that last one.
It's got to think about it.
It's apparently math is too hard for Stream Elements, you know, the binary robot. So I'm gonna write these down.
Doing a background reroll until
just doing background checks on every person making the roll. Is this person cheating right now? So 5, 4.
There it goes.
What's the last one?
And a 1.
And a 1. 10 points of damage.
Oh, thank God.
Fire. That's a lot in this game, though.
Yeah, yeah, it
That's
is.
a lot of damage. As they're walking towards it, inside the trees, the rest of the party, who all were enchanted, you can see people asking for help. They are chained inside the trees. They look like they're captives, kind of like in a hollowed out husk. And there's one for each of you begging for help. Charm is in effect. I can tell you that it will last for D4 rounds, but I will not roll that until next episode. So with that, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. Hopefully Stream Elements is back and not being an absolute waffle. Fucking just pitfalls and holes everywhere. It has not worked at all today. I will be back tomorrow for a live show as we finally do our first episode of Solo Dark. I want to showcase what it's going to be. The Breachers overlays are done. For those who've got to see them already, I'm really happy with them. They're very different. But we'll see how they play on stream. They may crash everything. Who fucking knows? I went with less video, but we don't know until we try. So that'll be tomorrow afternoon, probably about 4 o'clock p.m. Does anyone have anything special going on this week? Is there any other streams besides Burning Alive and Tree Husk, which I bet you didn't think you'd hear on a Tuesday night? Anything special?
Tomorrow.
Go ahead, Allie.
Okay. Tomorrow, after Solo Dark, of course, tune on in to Rediscovery RPG over on Twitch for a little bit of Call of Cthulhu, dolls, mannequins, and blood packs. Oh my, not blood packs, just organs.
This
and
just sounds
pinatas.
like
Don't worry
my
about
kind
it.
of game.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about...
and then we will be back
Go
on
ahead.
Ambercon on Sunday. That's all.
Oh, on Monday, I tuned in and you were not there for Homebrew.
No, I was still am a little under the weather.
Hey, half of us are sick today. But hey, you power through
Yup.
the pain, baby. All right.
Including
well,
Streamlabs.
Yeah, of course. Streamlabs is also sick. That thing's got a bad virus right now. Drew, I'm assuming you are probably playing some spoopy games.
I am. We did a thing last week where we did spooky games all day. We were playing 7 Days to Die. So
That's a good game. That's a really good game.
and it finally came out of
It's out of early
beta
access.
even
Yeah.
though it's not
I mean,
we're still using the
it's
the
been
newest
green
version.
light for fucking like 3 years or something crazy. It's a great game.
Right. So we might be playing that again. We might play some Valheim tomorrow or the next day. But tomorrow, I'm going to Home Depot to buy materials for the booth.
Oh, you're building your sound booth.
Finally. And I just got all the shit, well, most of the shit that I need to build the interface that's going to go on the inside of it as well. So
maybe we should have you give me a live stream of you doing it in OBS, and I'll just throw it in the corner while we're doing solo dark, like a cat cam, but it's a Drew building a box cam.
Well, we're getting the mayhem's coming over, and we're gonna get the materials for it tomorrow. But like, there's a lot of work that has to happen.
Oh yeah, that shit's time consuming. Well, that's fucking awesome. Yeah. Anything else from the cast going on before I do our final moments? And we go to Secret for experience and talking about the Book of Nodric. I did not expect that to be how this turned out today. None of my notes have that on it. Well, we'll be at Gen Con. I know Kelly and I will be there. Drew will be working Norse Foundry, correct? So will Adam and Diana. Our new show for Breachers starts next Monday. We'll have 2 before we go to Gen Con with Adam, Diana, and we're bringing back Slit Lid, if you remember him from the DAT Network, running some craziness. He's already built a costume, and I am fucking frightened.
God.
We haven't announced what anyone's playing yet publicly, so it'll be interesting to see how this turns out.
We're doing an event at Gen Con, too.
Are we?
You, me, Adam.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I can't... Oh, no, I guess it's out. Tim Hitchcock and Ben are running one of their big epics. I think there's a couple seats left. I think it's a cap of 60 people. And it is a... I'm not going to ruin what it is, but it is Tales of the Valiant. So I'm back doing something for Cobalt Press. And we're GMing for it.
Yeah.
I won't say what I am doing because I got a special role. If anyone was there for Ascension of the Drow, be ready, boys and girls. Be ready.
Oh God.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Are you gonna play Cover the Patch?
I mean, I had 6 of them on during that, so we'll see what happens. But that's it for me. If the cast would like to go to our other area, or wait a minute, I'm gonna go over to solo cam.
Watch out for falling aboleths.
Aboleths are bad. Aboleths are bad. Thank you so much for joining us. If you're watching this afterwards, on one side is the circle. You know what that's for. It's the subscribe. You click the bell. Every time we go live, you fucking know. And then the other side here, this is going to videos to play. I'm guessing it's going to be Knave, or maybe Tales of the Valiant. I have some new solo content coming out for stuff as well. We're going to be doing a how to build character section. We're also going to be doing a deep dive into Outgunned, which is fantastic. And then I think maybe I have a guest on coming up. I'm not allowed to say yet. We'll see. But a lot coming up. Stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. Thank you for everybody being here tonight. And hey, man, no one died, but beware. You know the rule. The tides will find you.